All right, what's going on, guys? Happy freaking Friday! I hope everybody had a awesome Thanksgiving, or at least a better Thanksgiving than I did. Because if you guys didn't see my post earlier today, Adrian and I are battling with a sick 3-year-old. So yeah, please send us some prayers because we're going to need them. But anyways, even during times of struggle and frustration, we always try to remain grateful and look at the positive in every single situation. And the fact of the matter is this: despite how crazy Thanksgiving went, despite it not going in the way that we intended it to go, listen, we're healthy, we're alive. We're breathing in oxygen, our hearts are beating, we got time with our family. So all in all, it was a phenomenal holiday. So with that being said, always stay grateful despite any chaos going on in your life. But if you are here, as people start trickling in for our Friday Night Live, as always, I like to kick us off with some positives. I want to hear what was the highlight from your week. And listen, try not to do the Thanksgiving thing. I already did that. I got that off the table. So listen, name me one positive thing that happened to you this week. What was one win that you got from this week? And we'll get started in a minute. All right, guys, we're going to give it about 2 minutes before we start. But for those that eventually watch the replay of this, just so you know, you are probably here because you are a parent, and more than likely you're a parent that is struggling with losing weight, and you're sort of lost in how to lose weight despite potentially dealing with kids, trying to maximize personal time with your spouse. You don't have time for the gym. You don't have time to meal prep. There are literally 10,000 obstacles going in our way, standing in our way from achieving point A, where we're currently at right now, to point B, which is our desired outcome. And we have to figure out how to bridge that gap from A to B. Because the fact of the matter is this: the time is going to pass anyways. So as a nice little reality check, I hate to hurt everybody's feelings, but the time is going to pass. So either you're going to move forward or you're going to move backward. Boo boo, we're going into 2022. 2021 is in the past now almost. And if you're still struggling with your weight and your New Year's resolution in 2020, 2021, or 2019 was to lose weight and you're still haven't achieved that goal, then we got a massive problem. So let this be the catalyst that stops you dead in your tracks, provides you the blueprint on how to move forward and how to finally achieve your desired outcome in 2022. Because I am getting fed up with talking to individuals on a yearly basis, not even on a daily or monthly, but on a yearly basis. I'm asking parents all the time, where were you 3 years ago? Where are you at now? And every single time, every single January 1st, everybody gets motivated. Everybody gets that gym membership. Everybody buys a workout blueprint from bodybuilding.com or their favorite beach body program. They spend 10, 20 bucks on their favorite guru, on their programs and meal plans and whatever. And then by February or March, they haven't achieved results. So they're frustrated and they quit. Forward 9 months, the new year comes around once again, and they're still saying the same jargon every single year. When are we going to put a stop to this? When are you going to finally hold yourself accountable to say, okay, I've been giving myself the same goal year after year, and I haven't moved forward. Maybe I should try something different. That's why we're here today. So you, specifically parents, because this is a private training for you guys specifically in this group. This is how we're adding value to you. So this is intended for your eyes only. How in the world are parents supposed to maximize their weight loss, especially after 2022 when everybody came home, they're working from home, they're dealing with kids, screaming kids, maybe they're not getting a lot of sleep at night, they don't have time to meal prep, they don't have time to work out, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to give you some tangible action steps that you can take today, not January 1st. Please do not, please, just as a common courtesy to me, Because if you want to know how to trigger me, it's to tell me one of two things. It's I'm going to start on Monday or I'm going to start on January 1st. If we have a conversation and you tell me you're going to start on Monday or start on January 1st, boo-boo, just to be blunt with you, hey, some people, I have a reputation of being a dickhead. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings by calling me out on that. But the fact of the matter is this. If you're saying you're going to wait till Monday or you're saying you're going to wait till January 1st to go after your goals, boo-boo, you've already lost. I'll give you guys a second to blast me in the comments for that one. But, I mean, truth fucking hurts. So, and somebody needs to call you out on it because apparently nobody on planet Earth is saying, hey, I've seen you have the same New Year's resolution 3 years in a row now. You still haven't achieved your goals. What's that for? The problem is we live in a society where everybody's afraid to hurt somebody's feelings, so nobody is transparent and honest with anybody anymore. We feel like we have to sugarcoat everything. Well, boo-boo, this ain't the group for that, and I ain't your coach, so I don't have to follow those guidelines. So if you're afraid of me hurting your feelings by holding you accountable and trying to get you from point A, where you've been at the last 5 years, to finally get you to point B, then boo-boo, I'm sorry for trying to make you better. You can go to Charlene Johnson's little $10 boot camp thing. Shots fired, I know. Don't care. Anyways, now, you are here to look for tangible tips. You don't have time to meal prep. You don't have time to work out. Those are the two biggest things that I hear from parents struggling. As to why I ask, I go around the community all the time. I say, why are you specifically struggling with your goals? It's always, don't have time to work out, don't have time to meal prep, have no motivation, no accountability, whatever. Well, we took care of the motivation and the accountability thanks to this group and these videos. So if you're tuning in every single week to these videos and you're checking into the content daily in this group, then boo-boo, you're getting plenty of motivation and accountability. Now you just got to hold your hand over the fire and do the shit. But going into specifics on how to accelerate your weight loss if you don't have time to go to the gym or you don't have time to meal prep, then here's some things that you can do. I'm going to give you 3 very, very tangible tips, starting right now. Number 1. Here we go. Wait. Tip number 1 to accelerating your weight loss. Has nothing to do with tracking calories, so everybody can go, ooh, I don't have to track calories. No, you don't. Okay, here's the thing. You have to maximize your food quality. Now, I know, weight, that sounds like a kind of a no-brainer. You're like, oh, God, I know that. I'm already eating healthy. Well, here's the thing. I'm an extrovert. I attend or I put on nutrition seminars regularly. I do live trainings. I'm out in the community every single day talking with individuals like yourself, like me, that are parents, that have little ones, that are trying to balance work, life, fitness goals, whatever. And a very common thing that I do hear from parents is, well, I'm already eating healthy or I'm eating semi-healthy. Why am I still not seeing progress with the scale? Okay. One of the first things when you join Taz Fitness and jump into one of our programs during the onboarding process is we put you through a metabolic assessment. Long story short, without getting too technical and boring you with the details, we basically test your metabolism and we test your daily lifestyle to see what habits you're doing, to see on the inside and out how you're functioning, so we know how overall healthy that you are inside and out. With that being said, when we get done with our initial metabolic assessments with all of our clients, the vast majority of the time when individuals come to us and they say, I'm eating healthy, there's a lot of gaps in their nutrition. And even though you think you might be eating healthy, you're probably not. And here's why. Everybody has a difference in opinion on what healthy food is. So, to finally clarify what healthy food is, or what good food is, because if you've been here long enough, you know I do not believe in good food versus bad food. Now, what deems something as healthy or nutritious or something that I would encourage you to put inside of your body more often than not is foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals. And most of the time are higher on protein than carbs and fats, but that's getting nitpicky. Because the reality is when individuals buy healthy food, in their minds they're saying, oh, I'm eating healthy because I'm buying less fast food. No, no, no. That's not the same thing. That is not the same thing. Just because you're eating less fast food doesn't mean you're eating healthier. Because I'll take you to Walmart or Publix or your local convenience store, and I guarantee you, if the bulk of your groceries consists of the inside food aisles, not the outside, the vast majority of your diet is shit. And here's the reason why. We hear the 80-20 rule. 80% nutrient-rich foods, excuse me. It's Friday, it's late, I'm tired. 20% fun foods or junk foods or cheat foods, whatever you like to call it. I don't like using negative terms, but you get my drift. If you have the majority of time, regardless if it's 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, if the bulk of your food comes from, here's the key word, fresh foods, meaning it came from the earth, it was alive at one point, it was God made, it came from an animal or a plant, and it wasn't developed inside of a food manufacturing plant, then chances are that's healthy food, and that's what you need to fuel your body with 70, 80, 90% of the time. If this makes sense, say yes in the comments, or put a comment down that I need to clarify real quick. Because I want to make sure everybody is on the same page. Because when we do the metabolic assessment with our clients that come on our team, the reality is we look through their daily diet and they say that they're eating healthy, but they're eating Spanish rice. They're eating high sodium foods. They're eating, Spanish food in general. We have a very large Spanish demographic that just our company attracts, maybe just because I'm half Spanish, my wife's Spanish. I don't know why we attract Spanish people, but we get a lot of them. So the majority of our clients come to us eating Spanish food that's rich in salts, that is causing excess water retention, it's causing bloating. They're not eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. You think that you're eating healthy because you're trading in the Fruit Loops for like whole grain bran cereal or something like that, but it's still loaded in 50 grams of carbs per cup, per serving, whatever. So the biggest tip that I want to apply to everybody, look at your diet. When you go grocery shopping or whatever food or beverage you put in your mouth, make sure it's fresh. Make sure it's fresh fruits and vegetables. Make sure it's everything on the outside food aisles. Eggs, ground turkey, chicken, grass-fed beef, fresh fish, nothing frozen. People think that for fish, for example, I just had a client that dealt with this, is they think they're eating healthy because they're eating frozen fish. But when we found and we compared the frozen fish that they're buying cheaper at their convenience store versus fresh fish, even though it's more expensive, they were getting loads of sodium and preservatives to extend the shelf life of that frozen fish, as opposed to paying $2 more per pound and getting the fresh fish. And the reality is, when we take these clients and we transition their diets into whole food diets, whole high quality nutrient rich foods, we get rid of all the sodium and the excess BS, anything from a box, a can, or a bag. I'll say that again, get rid of the boxes, the cans, and the bags. A lot of times that's where a lot of the preservatives and all the BS is in. So we transition their diet into mainly fresh foods, and they end up losing a couple pounds within the first week. It's very realistic to drop 1, 3, maybe even more pounds in just your first week by eating mainly vegetables, fruits, lean meats, everything that is fresh, nothing that is from a box, a can, or a bag. So, moving on, because I want to stay on time. That leads me into tip number 2. And here's the thing. This goes into, if you want to accelerate your weight loss, you have to get out of the habit of convenience-based foods. That does not mean you have to spend 6 hours in the kitchen every Sunday meal prepping. That doesn't mean you have to spend 3 hours cooking in the kitchen every single night to prepare dinner for your family. The vast majority, once again, using our own past clients, past present clients, As an example, when they come on board with Taz Fitness, when we go through the metabolic assessment and we run through their daily lifestyle, they're either doing, they're already having the non-nutritious foods, but a lot of times they go to fast foods or more convenience-based foods, just because, once again, you have to remember who we're talking to. We're talking to parents, specifically parents with toddlers, newborns. They have younger kids. They're entrepreneurs, they're business owners, they're working 40 hours a week. They're just busy all the freaking time. So you can't blame, and this is not me picking on anybody. Guys, I do it from time to time. But we have to get out of the habit of developing and purchasing these convenience-based foods, because if you're giving yourself a goal that I want to achieve a 20-pound weight loss by February or March, then every time you go through a fast food window, I want you thinking in your head, oh, well, I'm setting myself back. Because that's going to be your accountability. Especially if you haven't hired a coach, someone that isn't there to check in with you every single day, every single week. If you don't have somebody over your shoulder holding you accountable, then you have to do the necessary tasks, and you have to put together the guardrails in your life to stop you from curbing and falling into those temptations that are so easy to fall into. So tip number 2 is switching the convenience-based foods for faster, healthier foods. And here's the thing. This will blow your mind. We have, and you haven't, if you haven't downloaded it already, it's our 5-minute meal prep guide. I highly encourage you, once this training gets done, go to the top of our announcements page inside of this group and download our 5-minute meal prep guide, because that 5-minute meal prep guide is going to show you healthy, nutrient-dense food items that you can prepare in less than 5 minutes that, yeah, I guess you can argue and say it's convenience-based foods, but they're fresher and they're more wholesome and they have more nutrients, so they're going to accelerate your weight loss a lot more than the Mickey D's or the Wendy's or the Chipotle or the Chick-fil-A. And yes, I love me some Chipotle and Chick-fil-A, but guys, if you're serious about losing weight, you have to put some guidelines in there. You have to put some guardrails around. You have to put some disciplinary just boundaries around you, because you can't be going there every single day. Like, I had a client that loved Chick-fil-A, and he went there religiously like 3-4 times a week, and we were wondering, why was he struggling so much to lose weight? Well, even though Chick-fil-A, fun fact here, even though Chick-fil-A is deemed a healthier fast food alternative because it's chicken, they use a lot of fruits and veggies, a lot of their stuff uses a lot of trans fats, a lot of fats in general, a lot of oils, and a lot of just sodium inside the chicken to enhance the flavor. So all those things are causing excess water retention, which can cause the scale to go up. We don't know what we don't know, right? So with that being said, download the 5-minute meal prep guide, and that will show you a list and a breakdown of some of my own favorite foods that I use in my own busy lifestyle, so I can stay on point with my goals and still eat fresh. Because the fact of the matter is this, guys, like, just to give you a little teaser into the 5-minute meal prep guide, is we run, and I had somebody else that I talked to about this. She says she didn't have time to make breakfast, but on her way to dropping off her kids at school, she would stop through a drive-through window. And I clearly said to this individual, I said, what takes more time? To prep a breakfast smoothie in less than 5 minutes, or waiting 15 minutes in the McDonald's drive-through window, ordering, payment processing, checking your food to make sure the cashier got it correctly, getting your food, getting out of the parking lot. A lot of the times we put these excuses in our head just to drive our own self-interest. Like, guys, there's nothing, like, here, listen, I'm not here to bash McDonald's, I'm not here to bash Chick-fil-A. Like, I love fast food just as much as the next dude. But the fact of the matter is this: I know that fast food is going to do a couple things for my lifestyle. One, it's going to make my waist size bigger, so I don't want to go there that often. Two, even their healthier foods are loaded with preservatives, salts, other ingredients that pack on the excess calories, so even though they say it's healthy, it's really not. Number 3, I'm going to be spending some time in the drive-through or inside the restaurant, which is taking precious time away from my family, my time with my job, my other priorities in life. And it's taking money out of my pocket. When I rather me use my money for, I don't know, putting it towards my daughter's college fund or our investments or paying off our debts. Like, priorities, guys. So sometimes we need someone to, like, grab us around the shirt collar and yank us and say, the excuses that you're giving yourself on why you're condoning the actions that you're doing, they're really foolish, but I'm not just here to bash you, but I'm here to give you an alternative thought to consider. And just to try out. At least try it and see if it works, because obviously the way you've been doing things the last 3-4 years hasn't been working. So why don't you try something else? And Sandy is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So this year, going into 2022, why don't you just try to do something different? What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to stay where you're at? Oof. God forbid. It's better than doing nothing. So with that being said, let's move on. Download the 5-minute meal prep guide because it has a list and a complete breakdown of some of the fastest and healthiest convenience-based foods that you can add to your diet so you can start accelerating your weight loss. Now, tip number 3, and to bring us home. One of the biggest excuses that I hear individuals, or they're not even excuses, it's reality. When you have a newborn, when you have kids, when you have toddlers running around, you have 10 million responsibilities. We know to lose weight, we have to burn calories, and a lot of that comes in the form of exercise. We have to exercise. Guys, I'm not even sure Facebook will allow me to say this while getting blocked, but a certain bug that went around these last 2 years that is really making people sick, there are new studies that have come out that show specifically in scientific test studies with hundreds of thousands of cases, individuals that worked out regularly, that had a smaller waist size, that had higher cardiovascular endurance, they were able to overcome this bug with very minimal symptoms in just a couple of days. So wherever you're at, hey, listen, I'm not here to get into your political bullshit, but the facts are the facts. And when you have hundreds of thousands of case studies that show you from real life people, real life test subjects, to show you the benefits of exercising and how it can extend your life, extend the longevity of your life, why are we not making it a priority in our life? Well, once again, people say they don't have time. So, cool. If you're limited on time, supposedly, and you cannot work out, guys, I just did a 20-minute workout before I started this broadcast. You can get in an incredible workout in less than 30 minutes. And even if you don't have 30 minutes, which 30 minutes is 2% of your day, like literally, are you telling me you can't wake up 30 minutes earlier and just knock out something? Are you telling me the time that you spend on TikTok and YouTube, you can't subtract 30 minutes of that to do something that's healthy for you? But listen, hey, whatever. I'm not here to shame anybody, but here's the thing. You can get in an incredible workout in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I know, I just did it. And even if, like, for example, you're a stay-at-home mom and you only have these pockets of time throughout the day because baby's napping, early morning, whatever, baby goes to sleep and you have like 20 minutes to yourself before the hubby gets home, whatever. And I actually looked into this when doing a blog about it because I like to get all my facts. And there were several studies that were done between individuals that devoted 60 to 90 minutes continuously to work out in one session. So you go to the gym, work out for 60 minutes nonstop, you come back, and the individual versus the second test subject was individuals that worked out in little spurts throughout the day. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there, 5 minutes here, throughout the day. And the cool thing that they actually realized was the results from the two studies, they were very, very similar. They achieved very similar weight loss results. So that tells us that you don't have to, until further data comes out that changes our opinion on this, you don't have to spend 60 or 90 minutes in the gym to get phenomenal weight loss results. The studies have been done. It's done. You can, in fact, do little pockets throughout the day of 5 minutes here, do some push-ups, do some squats. Every time you get up to go to the bathroom, hang a pull-up bar, do some pull-ups. Go for a 10-minute walk on your lunch break. Just do pockets of activity throughout the day, and you're still going to get phenomenal results. And, FYI, as another plug, if you haven't downloaded it already, literally last month, I developed 20 workouts that you can legitimately do from home under 30 minutes. I wrote out for you guys 20 workouts that you can do from home in less than 30 minutes. If you want that, just comment below. I'll make sure Krista or myself can send it out to you. So, where does this leave us? I said I was going to provide you some tangible tips on how to accelerate your weight loss despite being limited on time. I believe I've done that. If I have not, please let me know in the comments. I'll clarify whatever I need. But, going back, rounding this all in, number one, food quality. Even though a lot of the times we think we're eating healthy, we're not. Look at the sodium within the foods, look at all the ingredients that's within the foods, and if you're eating a lot of your food items that come from a food manufacturer, that come within a box, a bag, or a can, you probably need to swap it out for a food that's on the outside food aisles. Fresh foods. If it was alive at one time, whether it's a plant or an animal, that's what you want going inside of your body because it packs the most vitamins and minerals. Number two, less convenience-based foods. Stay out of the drive-through window. A lot of the times we tell ourselves, oh, I'm limited on time, so I'm going to run to Chick-fil-A or Chipotle. And we think those items are healthier for us, but when we actually track the calories and we look at what's inside the food, it's loaded with sodium, preservatives, and all this excess BS that our bodies do not need that causes us to ultimately hold on to weight, whether it's water weight, fat tissue, whatever. Download our 5-minute meal prep guide because I give you a complete breakdown of all convenient food items that are more fresh, healthier for you that will maximize your results. Tip number 3, do short pocket workouts. Primarily make it resistance training, meaning you can get some light dumbbells, get some resistance bands, or hell, just do your own body weight. That will maximize results a lot more than just endlessly doing cardio. We've seen the tests. Resistance training versus cardio, resistance training and weight training trumps cardio 10 times out of 10. If you really want to maximize your weight loss, you have to learn to pick up some freaking weights. If you don't know how to do an exercise properly, please contact somebody from our team. We'll make sure to help you out with that. But hopefully those will help you at least provide a tangible strategy going into 2022. Like I said in the beginning, do not wait until January 1st. Do not wait until... These are tips, guys, that you can start today. Literally, today. While you're listening to me, if some of you guys are watching this on the replay, drop down, do some squats while listening to me. Do some crunches. Literally, learn how to maximize your time. If you're so strict on time, learn how to habit stack and do multiple things at one time. Like if you need to get in your steps throughout the day. One of the things I like to do while walking on the treadmill is I'll respond to my work emails. So I'm doing something with work, but I'm doing something for my health at the same time. If I do want to watch YouTube or Netflix or whatever, I get up and I watch it through my cell phone with my headphones on and I go get on my bike. Or I'll get on my treadmill. Learn how to do multiple activities at once to maximize your time. So, with that being said, I love you guys. I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. Really quickly, I just want to make sure I don't miss any questions. Jay, what about bags of vegetables? Bags and vegetables and salads are absolutely good because, once again, it's on the outside food aisles. All that is perfectly fine. Anything that's fresh, that has an expiration date of like less than a week, more than likely that's going to help you out the most. That has the most nutrients in there. I made a comment earlier about salad. Listen, salad is not bad for you, but the thing about salad, specifically romaine lettuce, when I say salad, I mean romaine lettuce, is just like watermelon, it's primarily water. There are nutrients in it, but very little. So I always tell people, swap out the romaine lettuce if you're going to have salads. Swap it out for like mixed greens, organic mixed greens that have spinach, baby spinach, kale, arugula in it. All those will maximize your weight loss, especially it's going to aid in your digestion, help you feel less bloated. It's going to help you go to the bathroom more frequently to access that fat tissue and those backed up waste product and toxins that sit in our gut lining for way too freaking long. So that's another tip that you guys can do. But vegetables and bagged items are perfectly fine. And a lot of times if you stop by like Wawa, Racetrack, they have like the fresh on the go meals. Most of the time that's fine. Like you can always go to Publix and they have like probably better foods, but still, like if you go to Wawa, Racetrack, Publix, any of these places that prepare foods on that day, they're going to be relatively better for you than getting that sandwich or getting that wrap or getting, you know, the mac and cheese combo, the fried chicken, the whatever BS that you like to eat. So those are all viable options as well. So by no means do I want to demonize those. Worked out 3 stages. Congratulations, bro. Yeah. No dad bod for you. That's my boy. Got up at 4:30 a.m. You putting in that work. So Jay, leading by example, my boy. So, all right, Melissa, good to see you. Jay, good to see you. Good to see everybody. Remember, download the 5-minute meal prep guide. Download all the resources that we have free to you in our announcements. Remember, have a phenomenal week. I love you guys. Peace out.